Hello my dear friends, and welcome back to another Star Wars news update. In a brand new interview with Gizmodo.com, Stellan Skarsgård said he is very pleased with the way Andor Season 2 ends. This comes after Diego Luna a couple of weeks ago said there were only 7 days left of filming on the show, but now the final season should be very near completion. Stellan Skarsgård, who plays who is arguably the most mysterious and intriguing character on the show, Luthen Rael, has not only praised the amazing writing by Tony Gilroy, but thinks fans are gonna love the way Season 2 ends, teasing a satisfying conclusion. Let's take a look at what was revealed by Gizmodo.com. The second I mentioned Star Wars Andor, Stellan's face lit up. Aside from starring in Dune Part 2, he recently finished filming on the second season of the hit Disney Plus show, Andor, where we're finally going to learn more about Luthen, and he was very excited about it. Teasing where his character ends up, he said this: "I'm satisfied where Season 2 goes. It's such good writing. It's Tony Gilroy. I really like to say his lines. The dialogue he writes for that character. And it's so true. The sheer level of depth and complex introspection that came with his monologue in the first season proved he knows what it takes to start and maintain a rebellion, built on such a passionate desire to end the oppression of the Empire, and knowing he won't be the one to enjoy the rewards if he succeeds. And just like so many other partisans and rebel cells, he's willing to risk everything, even his own life, for the spark of rebellion. And he's already sacrificed his entire self for the cause, always going undercover, different pseudonyms, always aware he could be caught at any time. Developing a complex network of spies and other undercover agents, it takes giving everything to the rebellion to make it work. And Luthen knows this. It's also why he's constantly in search of heroes like Cassian, Loni Young, Vel. We've seen him make difficult and tough choices, like letting 50 men die to prevent Imperial suspicion. Especially in its infancy, the cost of the rebel cause in Star Wars was so high, it had to be in the face of the Empire's strength and widespread oppression. Without the likes of Luthen, the rebellion would never have evolved into something brighter, which is a crucial aspect of Season 2. But they also need to explain why he's not in Rogue One. What becomes of Luthen? Is he betrayed by Saw Gerrera, who does survive this show, and doesn't meet his final end until the events of Jeddah in Rogue One? Considering the true cost, as Luthen lays out in the lower levels of Coruscant, it's a miracle the rebellion ever came together in the first place. And one of their early sacrifices which could unfold in the final season was the heart of the Axis network, Luthen and Clea. I always believed there was foreshadowing in that speech. He's already forsaken calm, kindness, kinship, love. He's given up all chance at inner peace. He made his mind a sunless place and shares his dreams with ghosts. The equation he wrote 15 years ago, for which there is only one conclusion, is that he is damned for what he does. One of Luthen's most gripping lines is his belief that he's burning his life for a sunrise he's never gonna see, and this symbolism connects poetically and visually to the ending of Rogue One, with the deaths of Cassian Andor and Jyn Erso, giving their lives so the rebels had a fighting chance. Likewise, much of what Luthen says about sacrificing kindness and decency can apply to Mon Mothma. She's currently dealing with marrying off her daughter to the son of a thug, in exchange for keeping her financial dealings a secret from the eyes of the Empire. And while she will become one of the founding leaders of the Alliance to restore the Republic, she more than anyone understands the true cost of rebellion, one that Luthen's been giving long before the events of the Andor show. While it's highly likely Luthen Rael is going to meet his end in Andor Season 2, some fans have theorized the showrunner Tony Gilroy might just decide to retire the character, and isn't necessarily killed off by the time of Rogue One, which could be explored in another spin-off of Rogue One, which Lucasfilm have implied they want to do. The first season ended with the implication that Cassian and Luthen are going to be working more closely together in Season 2. This was corroborated by some leaked Season 2 set photos. After enlisting Cassian's aid in the Aldani job, much of Andor's first season revolved around Luthen's attempts to kill Cassian to tie up any loose ends, with the season finale subverting this, Luthen realizing Andor's potential, bravery, and mettle. This was further aided by Luthen hearing Maarva's speech, realizing and acknowledging Cassian's entire family possessed a rebel heart, and now the titular character is fully joining Luthen's cause. This team-up massively set up the story of Season 2, and in this way I imagine the second season is going to live up to the spy thriller genre more than the first, helping the very early stages of the rebellion, recruiting disparate rebel cells, and undertaking some of the most daring and dangerous missions as true underdogs, dodging the ISB. And while we're on the subject of foreshadowing, there were theories going around during the airing of Season 1 that the line about 15 years ago and the equation related to a direct and personal connection and conflict with Palpatine. Are there secret motives we don't know about yet? Ones that get to the heart of who Luthen is, and why he is so important in the bigger picture of the galaxy far, far away. We've all had our theories. He might have some kind of connection to the Emperor. Some say he might have been a Jedi. I don't necessarily agree with the latter, but what I do know is Season 2 should give us some answers. Very exciting stuff. It's always great to hear from Stellan, one of the most fantastic actors that Star Wars has had in a very long time. The current rumour is that Andor Season 2 releases in September 2025. And so now, my dear friends, the Saturn Awards have just passed, and Lucasfilm had some big wins in several categories in Burbank, California. Andor Season 1 took home the award for Best New Genre TV Show, The Bad Batch Season 2 won Best Animated Television Series for the second year in a row, and Dave Filoni, Chief Creative Officer, was honoured with the prestigious George Pal Memorial Award. He also provided a wonderful tribute to Carl Weathers, saying he was one of the most charismatic and kind people he ever had the pleasure to work with, emphasising his legacy, which is far-reaching. And so finally, my dear friends, Hayden Christensen opened up about the reaction he often gets from Star Wars Ahsoka fans. He found the recent fan reaction from fans was much better than back in the 2000s for the prequel trilogy. He said this: "Nowadays I get people coming up to me on the street, just sort of saying, 'Ahsoka Episode 5, and I know what they mean, and I go, 'I know, me too,' but all the praise should be directed at Dave Filoni. Ahsoka Episode 5 was a fantastic live-action Star Wars episode that will live on in the hearts of Clone Wars fans and fans of Anakin generally for years to come. I'm sure Dave Filoni has plenty more episodes and moments like this in store for Season 2. But that is the latest from the galaxy far, far away, my dear friends. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please be sure to give me a big fat thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, and why not go and check out my Patreon page? There are hundreds of videos you can't find here on YouTube, pop culture news, more Star Wars news, exclusive Star Wars music, tidbits, and so much more. You don't want to miss it, the link is down below. And with that said, I'll see you in the next video.